Hello, welcome back to the channel. It has been quite a while since I've done a lock update, so I just wanted to tap in with you guys real quick, show you what's going on with my hair. We are on year six. Year six, I can't believe it. I started documenting this journey when it was year two, and just look at the growth, man. I'm really in love with this stage of my locks. I think they look beautiful. I actually did some separating a couple days ago, just to get them in the right sections that I wanted them, keep them healthy, because sometimes they tug on my hairline, and I noticed that all the hair was just locking too close to my hairline. So I kind of like took some of the hairs away from this one. So now this is kind of like fro-y. This might turn into a lock itself. But the goal is to just preserve the hairline, keep the scalp healthy. And yeah, man, I mean, just look, for the people that freeform and want to go on this journey, this is what we dream of, right? From day one, we have so much energy because we see the vision of what our hair could be and what we know it will turn into. And this is the vision I saw. And it's amazing that, just through trusting the process, through trusting God and the natural roots that he gave me, I'm here now. And the hair is wild, man. The hair is wild. I can't lie, man. I've had times where I wanted to cut it, where I thought I wanted to cut it. And that was usually because I just needed some change in my life. I feel like sometimes when things internally need some change, you try to change what you can control externally, whether that be, changing your appearance in some way. Yeah, like getting a tattoo or something, which I've recently have gotten 2 tattoos. I have 3 now. I got just some little work. Little one right here. I've had this for a couple years. Got one on my side. Just very subtle things that mean a lot to me. I love these. I won't go into detail, but yeah, back to the locks. So yeah, this is my favorite one right here. And man, for anybody that is early in their journey, needs some advice, man, what can I tell you, man? Keep your hair clean. Keep your hair clean. Wash it every week or every 2 weeks. I prefer to use Free the Roots soap. They've been loyal to me for years now, and I've loved working with them and using their products. I started using them about like 2.5 years in, and no problem since then. I love their ACV rinse. That's like my conditioner. But yeah, what else? Separate when you feel necessary, but don't over separate. Just like to the point where the sections are healthy and it's not like overly tugging on your scalp, because that can lead to like some type of alopecia. With certain genetics, not everybody is gonna have a receding hairline. Not everybody's your hair is gonna grow long. We all have different genetic makeups. So recognize what yours is, and then, make your routine align with that. For me, men in my family have lost their hair, so I'm trying to preserve it in any way I can. I don't need any extra tension or tugging on my hairline. So that's why I did what I said in the beginning. I kind of I separated some of the roots right here. So now they're just free flowing, doing their own thing. It'll probably turn into a little micro lock like this one right here, which I love. It's awesome. No problems there. There's no stress there or pulling. Man, besides that, y'all know, man, this process is easy. You just got to trust the process. People ask so many questions of just like, oh, how do I do this? Do I wash in this direction? Do I do this? Do I do that? Man, this right here is just years of dedication and trusting the process, man. You don't have to overthink it. Go get a microfiber towel to dry your hair, then air dry. Get out in the sun a lot. Your hair is going to be happy. As far as the color, here, let's see it from the back. As far as the color, that's all the sun. It's sun bleaching. Everything you need is in nature. Everything. We got the sun, you get out and ground. This type of hair has helped me connect to nature so much. because you just have to trust the process. When I get out in nature, I connect with God, and I ask him what my mission is. I'm gonna trust your process, because I don't have the answers. I'm only a vessel here to do a job that's bigger than me. I believe the same for you. I think everybody has their genius inside of them. So you have to realize what your genius is and then give that to the world. Right now, I'm just becoming more confident as a communicator, as a creator, as somebody here to deliver a message of overall health and a balanced lifestyle, mindset. So the more I get comfortable with speaking and creating these videos and giving them to the world, the message is only going to spread. The confidence I exude is only going to trickle down to the next person, the next creator, for them to become strong within their community. So for anybody watching this that feels like they have something that needs to be heard by the world, pick your phone up and start creating YouTube videos. You're only getting older, man. This life is quick. It's long in some ways, but also when you think of it as like a one-time thing, this is like a one-time trial, then it's just, you go on to whatever you believe spiritually. But as far as in this body, me as Troy Blyden, I only get one chance. I get one chance at this thing. I'm almost getting emotional, like thinking about that. But you got to make the most of it, and I don't want anybody to have regrets. So if you're growing your hair out, this all ties into each other. Like if you feel called to grow your hair out and you want to be connected to it like this, or you just want the look, just do it. Do not think about other people's opinions, even your parents. They'll be all right. One day your parents are going to be gone, and you got to, stand on your own 2 feet. So don't let their opinion shape the way you create your life. Listen to them and take what they say with a grain of salt, but also like respect it and understand that you wouldn't be here without them. But at the same time, you got to live your own life. Like, look, mom, dad, I got to live my life, man. I respect that you guys have given me life, but I'm on my own now, basically. So it's a process, man. It's a process. The journey teaches you so much. This hair journey, it's so much bigger than hair. It's you grow with it. You see it grow. You have experiences that just shape kind of like how you view the world and how you connect with yourself. So let me tell a story. I've never seen a loctician to get my hair twisted. This is all natural. It's all from God. It's all me separating it, except for one. This right here, this lock right here, this was once a bunch of locks. And it was actually a really thick lock about 3 years ago. And I decided to split it with scissors. Now, if you know anything about me, I live a pretty healthy lifestyle. I don't drink alcohol. I stay away from like just bad stuff that I know is harmful for me. I stay away from it. This time, about 3 years ago, I was in a little era for like a month where I was partying with my friends a lot more than I usually do. And we were recording our podcast and drinking. We were drinking more. And I decided to split this thing while I was intoxicated. I've never told this story. This is crazy. And man, the scissors were too sharp, and I split it. And yeah, it was like, it became like this skinny little thing hanging on by a thread, and my heart just dropped. I was like, oh my God, what have I done? So eventually I had to cut a piece off, like entirely. It was a lock that was like a piece of a lock that was pretty big. I cut it off, and then I went to a loctician, the one that detoxes my hair in Tampa. And then I had her kind of like crochet the remaining parts together. Now, eventually the piece that she crocheted fell off, and I just had to like part ways with it. I was like, oh man. But then like fast forward a couple years, The one that she fixed was like so skinny and short compared to the other ones, and it just looked weird to me. So actually a few weeks ago, I took a crochet needle and I crocheted, let's see, I crocheted, this was all together. I crocheted this one, you see, I crocheted this one to this one. And you could tell, if you really know your stuff, you could tell like that's a whole nother lock that I put there. I was pretty impressed with how smoothly I did it. But I crocheted them together. I'm super happy with it. But then these locks were together and it was super heavy. And I felt it pulling on my hairline. I was like, yo, this is crazy. So a couple of days ago, literally like 2 days ago, I decided to split these. I separated the two, and it's one of the best decisions I've made in this journey. So now it's just these two locks that are together, and it's so much lighter on my hairline. It looks better in my opinion. So I'm super confident about it. And I share that story just to show you like this journey is not perfect. You know, you have things that you might regret or be like, damn, I shouldn't have done that, or I separated too much or whatever. But man, half the time people can't even tell unless you tell them. And even if they can't, who the hell cares, man? It's your crown. So treat it with care. And man, my shit's flourishing, bro. I've really been intentional about the way I take care of my hair. And I'm super proud of it. This is you know, I wouldn't say it's my identity, like Bob Marley said, respect to the legend, the icon. But I take a lot of pride in my hair. I take pride in my appearance. I think there's so much strength in my hair when I walk into a room and people see the crown. And there's something different about it. It's not just like, oh, he has locks. Like there's something strong and powerful about my locks. You know, it's like a lion's mane. So grow out your crown. I'm gonna end the video here. If you're into health and nutrition content, I've been focusing on that lately. So follow me on Instagram, TikTok, on here, on YouTube, subscribe, because that's the direction my channel's going in. I just wanted to make this for all my OG subscribers, people on their lock journey, wanted to make this for you. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope to see you next time. Take care of yourself, be well, get your sleep, tell people you love them. Much love to y'all. Peace.